Hey everyone, Jeff here from Films at Home, and today we've got to talk about the crazy news that Disney Plus shows and Hulu exclusive movies are finally making their way to physical media. Hey everyone, thanks for coming back to the channel today for this video. Now, if you've seen the news this week, you know that 4 Disney Plus shows were announced for a 4K and 1080p Blu-ray release. And just last week, the news broke that Prey, a Hulu-exclusive streaming film which had not had a physical media release in over a year since it came out on Hulu, is now getting a 4K release in a 4K steelbook. So for Disney Plus, you're getting Wandavision. That comes out on November 28th. You're getting Loki Season 1. That comes out very soon, September 26th. And then you're getting The Mandalorian Season 1 and 2, and those come out on December 12th. Now, the other thing that also kind of leaked out here was that Falcon and the Winter Soldier is also going to be making its way to 4K physical media at some point, although there's no artwork or release date for that yet. So this is pretty insane news because if you ask somebody, even official spokespeople at Disney last year, there were no plans, and they were strict on this. No plans to put anything from Disney Plus out to physical media. So you probably all saw the news and you've seen the artwork. And I did short videos on this on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube Shorts. So you've seen all this. So I don't need to cover the releases. They're 4K releases. They're 100 gigabyte discs. They have Dolby Atmos. They're steelbooks. They're going to be available nationwide and apparently in some international markets as well. And they all go up for pre-order on August 28th. That's the news. What I want to talk about is the bigger picture here, maybe why this happened, talk about what could be coming in the future, and just speculate a little bit and have some fun because this is seriously news that I don't think anybody would have expected a year ago. The first thing I want to mention, because I think that this can be public information, is that some of you on my email list may have received a survey earlier this year that was asking you about streaming titles, Mandalorian, Wandavision, among those, Fox and Touchstone titles. Basically, it was a little survey about, hey, what would you like to see Disney do when it comes to physical media? Would you be interested in still streaming a show and buying a show? Would you buy a show that you've already watched on streaming? There were a lot of kind of speculative questions in there that we were trying to get some research on. And so I worked on this survey with an industry friend who had knowledge of the Touchstone Pictures and 20th Century Fox catalogs. We put the survey together, we tweaked it, we worked on it, we made sure that it made sense for physical media collectors and was going to get what we wanted from it. And then we sent it out to you guys and you responded. So did it get to Disney? Did anybody over there see it? I don't know, but I would definitely say it's interesting timing and I think we should be proud of what we did. So I just want to give a shout out to the community and the power of online communities because I truly think we played some role in this news. The other reason why this could be happening is that, there's timelines for these things. And, Mandalorian Season 1 and Season 2, they've been out for a while. At this point, are you getting people to sign up for Disney Plus because of Season 1 and Season 2? Are you getting people to sign up for Disney Plus because of WandaVision? I think that those were selected because they appeal to collectors, but also because they've been out there for a while. Loki, I think, was selected because it's the first one that's going to come out on physical and it ties right into Season 2. So this is all just smart business decisions. Which ones are going to sell? Obviously, WandaVision was a huge hit. Falcon and Winter Soldier and Loki, all huge hits. And The Mandalorian is by far the biggest hit from all of their Star Wars shows. So business case makes perfect sense why these were released. And I actually really like the fact that they went the steelbook route because that does speak to collectors. They are clearly targeting the physical media collector and not just necessarily your average consumer, which is a shift from Disney and something they have not been doing. So I really like to see that. And where I think this is leading, and this is total speculation, but we've already heard about Falcon and the Winter Soldier. So I think you may see more 4K releases. Mandalorian Season 3 seems like a no-brainer at some point. Loki Season 2 sounds like a no-brainer. And I'm really hopeful that some other Hulu exclusives or movies that don't have physical releases that we know would sell well to collectors, if these do well, will now get their light, see the light of day and get released. I'm thinking Hocus Pocus 2, that appeals to a wide range of people, kids, people my age, nostalgia factor, doesn't have a physical release. Seems like one that would sell well for October at some point, right? Tie that in. Hellraiser on Hulu. Horror fans love physical media. I think horror is the number one driver of physical media. Horror fans are rabid physical media fans as well. There's such a crossover. So that one makes perfect sense. You know, I would think that something like Barbarian, I can't believe that doesn't have a physical media release yet. It seems like a no-brainer. It was a huge hit at the box office. You could do a really cool steelbook limited edition release, tie that into maybe October, maybe too soon for this year, but maybe next year. I think these are things that will start to happen. You're going to see Disney capitalize on some of their streaming content and double dip with physical media because they are looking for more revenue streams. Bob Iger mentioned this, and I don't think it means we're going to get a huge flood of hundreds of Disney, streaming shows and shows from Hulu and stuff like that. That's not going to happen, but they are definitely going to be selective and smart, and they're going to put stuff out that will sell. And that's why I think some of those titles I mentioned could happen. I'm also very hopeful that this marks a shift in their physical media approach to things like their Fox catalog, their Touchstone catalog, potentially some of these James Cameron movies, which have been rumored for so long. And we know they're working on True Lies and The Abyss and Titanic. Like the producer, I think Bill Hunt, the Digital Bits, broke that news, but he asked the producer of these films and he was like, yeah, we're working on them. They've been working on them for years. So where are they? I think this opens the door for those. True Lies, The Abyss. I would love to see Aliens come to physical media. We already got Avatar. So I think James Cameron, he has that pull. If Avatar sold well, I think Titanic, True Lies, Abyss, the rest of his catalog, at least the major stuff, is a no-brainer for physical media. And this is total speculation on some items like Aliens, which doesn't have any information out, but I would expect that you see some more stuff coming from James Cameron. So overall, this is really good news. It's definitely a shift in Disney's strategy, announcing Prey one week, announcing Disney Plus shows the next week. I will say there's definitely more to come. I know some things. I won't say any more about it. I don't want to ruin anything that might be in motion, but there's more potentially coming. And I can't even say it's for sure coming. Lots of stuff behind the scenes, but this is the start of more and the start of more Disney physical. And whether that translates over to Fox and other titles and their bigger catalog, we can only hope. The one thing I will say though is none of this continues if people don't vote with their wallets. And I'm not one to go out here and tell you to drop $150 and buy every single steelbook that they just announced. But if you really liked Prey and you've been asking for it on physical and now they've given it to you and you don't buy it, then you truly didn't want it on physical, right? You have to vote with your wallet. And when the companies do respond and they see a want and a need by collectors and they give it to you, you do need to go out and purchase these things and support them, because all it takes is for Disney to point at this and go, look, we did all this work. People said they wanted them. Nobody bought them. We didn't sell any copies in the first 2 weeks. We sold 5,000 copies. We needed to do more volume. We're not doing this anymore. This was a failed experiment, because that will happen. This is a business. They need to make money. They need to profit. This is a way for them to do it. But if they don't start seeing the money come in, then they're not going to continue and they're going to look for other avenues. So that's my 2 cents. Is these specifically are some titles that I would go out and I would buy in the first couple of weeks. I think if you all sit on them and wait for a sale in 6 months, then all that says to Disney is this wasn't worth it. And I'm not usually one to advocate for that. And I will try to get my hands on them early so I can review them. And if they are great, I'll tell you they're great. If they stink, that I'll tell you that they stink. And that could change all of this. But I'm hopeful they look good. I'll keep you guys posted. And if they do, and they're a nice package overall, this is something where you definitely have to get out with your wallet and support if you truly want these things to continue. So I give Disney a thumbs up on this, but I'm watching. I'm watching you guys over there at the mouse, and I'm going to hold you to this. If this is what's going to happen, we got to keep doing this, and they should hold us to it too. If we don't buy them and they don't sell well, I don't expect them to continue. But what these other places are doing and other studios are doing, if it's catered towards collectors, clearly speaks that there is still a market there. And I think Disney's finally waking up to that fact. So thanks for watching this breakdown, this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you want more content like this, make sure you subscribe here in the channel. And of course, like this video so others will see it and we keep spreading the word about physical media. Just past 114,000 subscribers, which is wild. Who knows where this channel can go, but I thank you all for all your support. If you want to follow me on social media, all those links are in the description. You can scan the QR code right here on the bottom of your screen. If you're watching on a TV, pop out your phone, scan that code. That'll bring you right to all my links as well. So thank you all. Have a great rest of your day. Stay safe, stay healthy out there, and I'll talk to you soon.